The Secret Mission of Agent Grey, Part 2. Agent Grey had completed his mission in Berlin, but his journey was far from over. The Black Book was no longer in enemy hands, and the information he had retrieved would protect countless Allied operatives. However, escaping Berlin was only the first challenge. The Nazis were now aware that a spy had infiltrated the Ministry of War, and they would stop at nothing to track him down. The pursuit begins. The morning after his escape, newspapers across Berlin carried a chilling headline: Allied spy at large, suspect in ministry break-in. Grey knew the Gestapo would be combing the city, checking train stations, and setting up roadblocks. His fake identity as Hans Meyer, a German businessman, had worked on the way in, but now, every German officer was on high alert. He had to disappear. Grey changed his appearance, trading his fine suit for the rough clothes of a factory worker. His first objective was to find a way out of Germany. He could not use regular transport, so he sought help from the underground resistance. Deep in a hidden Berlin café, he met with an old contact, Clara, a woman who had helped smuggle refugees out of the country. Clara informed him that the safest way out was through Poland. A secret resistance group could get him across the Oder River, but the journey would be dangerous. With no other choice, Grey agreed. A risky escape. Disguised as a Polish laborer, Grey boarded a freight train heading east. The train was filled with stolen goods, food rations, and unsuspecting workers. He kept his head down, pretending to sleep. But halfway through the journey, disaster struck. A group of German soldiers boarded the train, searching for the spy. Grey's heart pounded. He had hidden his small pistol in his boot and carried false identification papers, but he knew it wouldn't be enough if they looked too closely. As the soldiers moved down the train, checking passengers, Grey noticed a young Polish worker beside him trembling with fear. Grey leaned in and whispered, "Stay calm. They're looking for me, not you." When the soldiers reached Grey, he handed over his papers with a blank expression. One officer examined them, squinting at his face. "Hans Kowalski. Never seen a Polish worker with eyes like yours." Grey thought fast. "My mother was German," he said in flawless Polish. "I was raised near Wrocław." The officer hesitated, but before he could ask more questions, a sudden shout came from the next carriage. A fight had broken out between two workers, drawing the soldiers away. Grey seized the opportunity, slipping deeper into the train. By the time the soldiers returned, he was gone. Final obstacle. Grey finally reached the Polish border, where resistance fighters guided him to a hidden boat. He had to cross the river under the cover of darkness. As he pushed the small wooden boat into the water, he heard barking in the distance, German shepherds. The Gestapo was closing in. With silent strokes, he paddled, staying low as searchlights swept across the water. Just as he reached the opposite shore, gunfire erupted. He sprinted into the woods, bullets whizzing past him. But he was fast. Too fast. The forest swallowed him whole, and the shouts of soldiers faded into the night. Safe at last. Days later, Agent Grey arrived in neutral Sweden, exhausted but victorious. He sent a coded message to London: cargo delivered. Mission accomplished. The Allies now had the information they needed, and Grey had once again vanished into the shadows, ready for his next assignment. The war was far from over, but for now, he had won. Agent Grey was more than just a spy, he was a legend in the making.